Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, Shalom, this is Brother Kanak from the Indianapolis camp. I want to start out by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakodash, double honor to our apostle, elders, great millstone, and teacher we will. Peace, blessings, safety, to the hopeful, that push the truth, week in, week out, sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, I just want to go into the times that we in, man. These are very, very, very exciting times. We are the men of the Lord. We are in a state of being, as the world say, geeked up, man. Because we're starting to see, what the Lord said was going to happen. It's happening, man. At an all-time rate right now, man. You know, DJ is doing this thing out here, and enemy is showing their horns, man. Some of the latest topics in the news is that they taking these so-called, when they taking the so-called, what do they call it, immigrants, right? And they're killing them, man. They're dropping them in the sea. People are coming up dead. People are coming up missing. They dismantling homes. They coming up with rules day by day, to enforce, hell on Jake, man. And this is what the scriptures was talking about, man. All right, this is just, they going, pretty much back to, the slavery days, but even worse. They're doing downright slaughter, man. All right. They started with the northern kingdom, now they come to the southern kingdom. Well, they saying, they're just gonna take all of the visas away, the so-called school tuitions. They're taking everything away from so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. They're showing, you got people getting on the national news saying that if you don't look like me, you don't belong in this country. So this devil is showing his horns. You guys don't really know who you're messing with, man. But the Lord told us who we were messing with. All right, the Lord told us of these things to come. All right, but you people took no heed. The man of the Lord been teaching this for years and years and years, and you people ignored it. And now we're here, and that's why a lot of people are done away with a lot of things. Believe the elect is sealed because the scriptures are right before our eyes, man. I'm going to start at Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that they decree righteous decrees, and they write grievous, which they have prescribed. Grieviness, which they have prescribed. All right? And that's what these people do, man. They write these laws, man, these unrighteous laws, because this is not them, man. They also, too, are foreigners. All right? But, hey, they can do what they want to do, man. All right? The Lord gave them this power. All right? Because of our disobedience. It says, who turn aside the needy from judgment and take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's what they're doing. They're robbing the fatherless, man. Now they're taking away all type of, gave these people, and these people deserve it, but, they gave these people all type of so-called help, through the so-called systems or whatever, and now they've taken all that away from these people, Now you have no help. Now you're out here to fend for yourself, pretty much, man. A lot of people are going to come up homeless. A lot of people are going to be hungry. The Lord is going to do a double on the nation of Israel, man. All right, because you didn't take heed when the man of the Lord was speaking and telling you what type of person he was dealing with and what was to come, man. I'm talking to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, ask ye now whether a man doeth travail with child, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, and as a woman in travail, and their faces are turned to paleness. All right, because Things are finna get very, very, very scary out here, man. It said a man shall be as a woman in travail. That means a woman in labor. So things are finna get scary out here, man. If you're not a man of the Lord, man. This is a great time to be into His truth. This is a wonderful time to be a man of the Lord. This is a wonderful time to have your mind right, man. Continue to get your mind right. It says the last for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We're in right now, man. We're in Jacob's trouble, man. It says, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, and who is that? He, the elect, is going to be saved out of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because the Lord is going to hold the elect down, man. All right, because they're what are like? Why? Because they're a special part until Yahweh Shema Shai. They're the elect. They're a remnant of their priesthood and remnant of His special people, man, who He's chosen, man. All right, and the elect are, 9.9.9 out of 10 are the men who are doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shai. Who casting down the strongholds in this place, who are out here teaching and preaching the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Those are the elect of the Lord, man. All right. So go into some more characteristics of this dude, man. I'm going to Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, for they sleep not except they done mischief. All right, and he's talking about Esau, man. All right, the so-called white man, who the world calls the white man. It says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall. And that's what they're doing right now, man. All right? They sleep, they have set up at night and come up with this master plan, all right, to fuck over Jake, man. And the Lord is not dealing with it. I mean, the Lord is dealing with it, But this is the evil of this dude. It says his sleep is taken away unless he calls something to fall. He can't even sleep unless he calls people to fall, man. This is the characteristics of the guy that you guys are dealing with, man. That the man of the Lord has been warning you guys about. You didn't want to take any heed towards him, man. This dude cares nothing about you. His agenda has nothing to do with you. Everything about this dude is about himself, man. Because he know who we are as well. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 20, which is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Once again, it's another characteristic of this guy. All right? He took all the natural water away, the springs, and gave you water with plastic in it. Not everybody has plastic all down into their organs. He took away good food and gave you seedless watermelons and seedless grapes. Lab meat. These are the characteristics of this dude and told you it was good. All right? He came up with all types of different philosophies. All right? To try to take you away from your power. All type of these different doctrines and theories and studies. He gave you science, which is evil. All right? And people believe in science. What's the number one thing? What's the one of the characteristics of science is a hypothesis, which is an educated guess, which they don't even know. All right? But he's taking away the man out of the house. These are just characteristics of some of the evil things that he's done against our people to put us in the state that we're in, man. All right? And these just characteristics I'm just going into right now, man. I was just sitting up last night like, this dude is a vile dude, man. This dude is a very, very evil dude. All right? And people are like, they still don't know what they're dealing with. But the man of the Lord, no. All right? This Isaiah chapter 10. No, this is John 10 and 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. All right? And that's what he's come to do, man. Everything he's done, he's stolen land, he's killed, and he's destroying. He destroyed the planet. All right, he's killing Jake off right now, like downright out blatantly in front of our faces, taking Jake out, man. You know, that's not including over the years. They've killed millions and millions of us, man. All right. So this is the characteristic the Lord told us that we was gonna deal with. It's this outcome that you may have life and that they might have it more abundantly. This is why you got to choose your God by Shema Shai. All right, 'cause to choose the Lord is life. To choose His truth is life. Everything else in this world is death. All right, I'm gonna jump back into the book of Proverbs. I mean, there's some good times going on, man. You know, a lot of people are scared, but we're excited. You know, because we know it's coming, man. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Even his tender mercies are cruel. All right? Mercy means to like have empathy and resolve and to feel, you know, low about something. Even his tender mercies are cruel. So even when he trying to be nice, he's cruel. All right, this is just the characteristics of the so-called white man. All right, and if you do your research on this dude, man, this is exactly what he is. It's exactly what the Lord was saying. You know, this is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 18. I think that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, because you people think you're ready, but you're not, because you're not even turning to Yahweh Shem Shai. This is woe unto you to desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Right, what end is it for you to desire the day of the Lord? Because you guys are not going to be able to escape this, man. You're not going to be able to escape what the Lord has up for you, man. That's why I brought this scripture out. It says the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So it's going to be a very, very dark time, man. All right? Nukes going to be going off. No lights going to be out. All right? No wisdom going to be out there. It says, as if a lion did flee. It says if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and laid his hand on a wall and a serpent bit him. All right? So there's not going to be no escape. You know, you escaped the lion, then a bear met you. You escaped the bear, and now a serpent that bit you. So that's going to be like the day you have about Shema Shai. There's not going to be no escape, all right, for your judgment, because you didn't want to listen to the man of the Lord. All right, I'm going to bring this out, and I'm going to close out, man. This is Proverbs. One in verse 24. It says, because I have called you have refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right. I want to bring that up because, hey, the Lord is out here calling, man, through the man of the Lord. He stretched out his hand to us. All right, and no man regarded. All right, and you refused it. All right. So it says, but you have sat down none of my counsel and none of my reproof. It says, also laugh when your calamity, I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Because that fear is going to come. All right? If you had a chance to listen to the man of the Lord, you mocked it, you scoffed it. Oh, I'm going to stop at the camp. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Made these promises to the Lord that you never fulfilled. You know? So the Lord said he's going to laugh when your calamity comes. He's going to mock you when your fear comes, man. All right? Because you chose to play around with Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? So because you didn't want to listen to the characteristics of the dude, get your shit together, this is what's going to happen to you, man. Death and destruction, man. All right, the Lord is not coming back to play games with everybody, man. The Lord is coming back to do his thing on this place, man, and to save the very elect. All right? So Lord willing, that was edifying to the body. And with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, your teacher real well. Peace, be safe to the whole for push this truth week in, week out. In sincerity, charity, and love. In the spirit of Yahweh, the Shai.